Hello guys, and this is the fourth video of the CryEngine game development series, and today I'm going to introduce you to the terrain editor in CryEngine. I'm going to show you how to generate your own terrain. Then I'm going to show you how to sculpt it to your needs so you can make islands and all that cool stuff. So to start off, I'm just going to go ahead and make a new map. As you can see here, you've already got some terrain settings. I'm just going to call the map Cry and then series. And over here you'll have your height map resolution and your meters per unit. As you'll see here, height map resolution will change the size of the map. So let's say if I go to 512 by 512, you'll see down here it says 1024 by 1024 meters. That is because you have set your meters per unit to 2, which it defaults at. You can change it and it will change the size. So if I go ahead and press 32, you'll get a really big map. But just for the this series, I'm going to be making like a cool island demo, and I'm not going to need to have it too big, so one should be enough really. So I'm just going to go ahead and press OK, and then I'm going to show you how to generate terrain. So once it's finished doing that, I'm just going to make sure it's not in any project. You will see how every single map in CryEngine starts off, which is with water. As you'll see, there is nothing underneath that water, and there's nothing at all. So we want to go ahead and we want to go over to the terrain editor. So this is where you'll be making your terrain, and over here you've got like a little height map picture which will show you what your terrain will look like. So to start off, we want to go ahead and go to tools and then generate terrain, and over here you've got some terrain settings. You'll have your feature size, which is the entire size of your map, and then you'll have the bumpiness / noise. What that is the varying of how bumpy it is, like going up and down. Then you'll have detail, you won't need to worry about that. Blurring, variation, that will be the variation of how what it's like. You won't need to worry about any of these. Sharpness, basically what sharpness is like how precise it is. You can change some of the settings around. I'm going to change the feature size down a bit. Bumpiness, I'm going to have that low because I'm going to have a really flat map. So I'm going to go ahead and press OK, and you'll see it has generated a nice little island for us, and there it is. You've got a nice big solid mountain. I'm just going to go ahead and close the terrain editor and show you that you can move around on this and stuff like that. As you can see, some pixelation going on down there, and how some of the lighting isn't working properly. That is because I haven't reloaded it and generated it properly, which I'll show you how to do. So I'm going to go ahead and press Ctrl G just to show you that you can run around on it, and there we go. But if you shoot on it, you will see that there is like a little message that says no surface type. The reason for that is because there is no material on there, which I'll show you how to do in the next video. So I'm going to show you how to sculpt it now to your needs. So you want to go back over to the terrain editor, and over here you've got some settings, and I'm going to be using the flatten tool. There is some other ones like smooth, rise and lower. You're only going to want to worry about flatten, and then there's smooth, pick height. Yeah, you won't need to worry about rise or lower. So as you see, if you just go ahead and start clicking on it on the thingy, you can either work in this view and this viewport, or you can work in the terrain editor itself. As you can see, all I've done is made like a little area. We're going to want to change some of the settings so it doesn't just look like a bunch of rocks. So we can set over the hardness. I'm going to put that down low, and the height. And the height is how high or low it's going to be. So the default water height is something around 15, 16. So if I'd set that to, let's say, 17, and then start working on this, hardness will be like how strong it's going to be, the tool's going to be. So when I set it down low, it's not going to do anything. If I set it down to 1, it will go pretty much straight down. So I'm going to want to be able to have some customs built. One second, just move this. Yeah, I want to be able to customize it a little bit, so I'm going to change the hardness down to around 0.5, and there we go. It goes lower and lower as I keep it on. So I'm just going to go ahead and change the inside radius and outside radius so we have a bigger brush. So if I go ahead and do that now, you'll see that I'll have a nice flat surface to work on now if I just keep on doing it on there, or you can do it on this graph here. As you can see on the graph, the color changes. You've got the blue bit over there, which is the water, and the whiter it is the higher it is. So as you can see here, it looks relatively similar. You got like a height map. If I go click there, it's going to go black as I change it around. So we got a completely flat surface there. Just fill up that. We got a complete black surface which is completely flat. So we're going to want to change the height on that. So I'm going to go ahead and change that height up a little bit, just to show you that you can change it once you've done something, and you've got it to like 51. So if you want to do a little precise bits, you're going to want to change your inside radius, outside radius down. Also, if you don't want to have to do some terrain and you just want the water to be high, you can do that easily. You just want to go over to modify, set water level, and set it to whatever you want. So I'm going to go ahead and set this to around 50, as I just set the new height, terrain height, to 51. And as you can see here, you've got like a nice little island, which you can see on the map, and you'll see I take full damage. You can swim in this water just as if it was real water. You won't need to play around with it, which will be the same as when you make rivers, which I'll show you how to do. And you'll see here that I can swim around in it and whatnot. Just going to press cancel. There is some more settings that you can play around with in the terrain editor, as the the pick height, the smooth tool, which will make it look nice and smooth rather than being all bumpy and having a fair bit of noise. As you can see here, it's a little bit jagged. If I go run that over, it smooths it out. So I'll go ahead and press Ctrl G. You won't see those big sharp edges anymore. So once you've done your terrain and you've made a map, the background, which is going to be what the player is going to be walking around on, you're going to want to add some materials and stuff like that, so they don't just have that surface area, no surface type message on the ground when they shoot it. And I'll show you how to add a preset material in the next tutorial. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, like and subscribe, and look forward to the next one. Goodbye.